Hey, what's up everyone? It's Coach Mike again. It's week 4 of the lockdown, quarantine, whatever you want to call it. And I hope everyone's safe and staying productive. Now, last week I posted a video on Instagram uh, showing some students throwing a ball. Now, this will be kind of a follow-up to that post. And if you haven't seen that post, go ahead and check it out. In that post, I mentioned that all of them were right-handed. I didn't tell them how to throw a ball, but they all did the same thing. They uh, unweighted the left arm close to the body. As they shifted to the left, the right arm abducted, abducted. Um, Slight internal rotation of the shoulder, and then as they stopped shifting, the torso started rotating and the right shoulder started externally rotating as the right wrist went into extension. Then as the rotation stops, the right arm straightens and the wrist releases. Now, I make them do this because I want to convince them that if you know how to throw a ball, you already know the athletic part of the golf swing. Um, the problem is it's often coached out of us by well-meaning people who think that golf is a strictly left-sided sport. Left-sided meaning the right hand is just along for the right. It's not doing anything. Now, I'm going to show you why that throwing motion is so integral in the golf swing. I start by unweighting the left foot. Then as I shift back, my right arm gets into position. And then as I rotate, watch the club. The right arm, right shoulder goes into external rotation. And then as I approach impact, the rotation stops and I throw the club or release. I know some of you are nerds like me. You want more information. So I'm going to talk about the physiological side or the biomechanics. Anyway, I did mention in that post that you need to educate the left side of the body. So let's look at the tricep. That's the muscle over here. By virtue of this, of the location and the way it inserts past the elbow, it's easy to see that the primary function is to straighten the elbow, right? But there's more to it because the tricep has 3 heads, hence the name, tricep. So one of the heads extends past the shoulder joint into the scapula. So that means that part of its function is not just to extend the elbow, but also to move the arm this way, right? And if you've ever been in the gym and if you've done tricep extensions, you know that it's counterintuitive to do this, right? So for a bicep curl, yeah, you do that. But for a tricep extension, your left forearm will be it's going to be pronated or palm down, and the left wrist, the wrist will be going into extension for a tricep extension, right? So while you're extending this muscle or you're contracting this muscle to straighten the elbow, you're also pronating the arm, extending the wrist, and moving the arm this way. Now, if I put all of that together, okay, watch what happens to the club face. And then Add the fact that, you know, a lot of people are told to clip the elbow over here, and watch what happens to the club face. It's so open. If there's one thing that I want you to remember from this lecture, it's this: for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. For you chronic slicers out there, pay close attention. The reason you come over the top is not because you want to, it's because you have to. You have no choice. Your body is smarter than your brain. Your body knows that your club face is open. There's no other way to get it to the target but to swing around this way. But wait, there's more. So if that was the wrong way, what's a better way? How do you get that club into position at the top of the backswing? So contrary to popular belief, it's not the arm that swings the arm. It's the shoulder muscles, particularly the front deltoid. So that's this muscle over here. So when that shortens, that's going to lift the arm up. Okay? And when the upper pec contracts, that's going to adduct the left arm this way. Combine that with the throwing motion of the right arm, and then you'll get that club into position very easily. Notice my left arm is not tense. It doesn't have to be. And also look at the club face. It's a more neutral. It's more neutral. It's quote unquote square. When you do this, see that? That's what we were doing earlier, or what I did earlier. The club face was very open. And when I get it here, the club face is squarer, or more neutral. So, to be clear, I'm not saying that the left arm, left hand, left side has no role in the ball swing. In fact, it has a huge role in terms of club face awareness and club face control. But the fact that you're right-handed, most of us are right-handed, it's probably going to take more effort and more focus to educate that left side. But that doesn't mean the right hand is passive. Bottom line, let's stop demonizing the right hand and in the process making this game unnecessarily difficult. The right hand, remember, the right hand only becomes the bad guy if the other guy doesn't know what to do.